Guys, what's going on? Somer del Piso, back once again with yet another video. I'm about to walk off frame. We are up in the Bronx, man. We just came from having a very, very spiritual, revealing talk about secret societies that govern our world. This is going to be the beginning of my little nocturnal exploration of the Bronx, right? I think I'm in the Bronx still. We chilling in the park. We're a little far, beating our wings and singing like a lark. The thing is, I stay stark. You trying to come through and take what I got. But listen, I got the Glock with the scope, laser sight. You're not gonna get very far. But to be honest, I'm the shining star. We're not talking about sweet shooting. You try to come through and take what I got, you're gonna be rooting and tooting. Me, I'm never losing and losing because I'm chilling in Russia with the Vladimir Putin. We trying to do whoop, doop, soup, loop, roop, doop. We're gonna see if we can go try to get something to eat, maybe get something to drink, algo a beber, algo a tomar, and we're just gonna enjoy ourselves, man. We're going to head up this block, and then we are going to do some exploration, baby. That didn't even make sense, but it makes sense to someone, right? That could read between the lines. That could smell sweet without the assistance of pine. Everything ages like fine wine, but you like spoiled milk, you get worse with time. You see, I'm on Treasure Island trying to find, where's Will Turner, Jack Sparrow? I need some help trying to mine what's mine. We're gonna be exploring this hellhole of a dystopian society. No, I'm kidding. No, we're gonna explore this place. It's still warm, so we're gonna do our thing, man. Let's do it. Like, comment, subscribe. Woo! We just had a wonderful chat with someone named Kate, right? One of the denizens of this here neighborhood. We had a long talk. We divulged a lot of information, you know, where our parents are from, where they're at now, what I'm doing, and, you know, what I'm doing for work, all that stuff. So now we're on the move. We're going to head back the way we came, back whence we came. We found some creative way to put our tripod on our little satchel here, and we're going to get a move on, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. And information that Kate told me, right, is that this bridge, George Washington Bridge, you can walk across the bridge. Sorry. One day, we'll have to do a little traversing of this bridge. I think it's gonna be great. What's special about New York? Yeah, I don't know. The fact that it's a very antiquated city where a lot of dreams can possibly happen within a short period of time, or where anything could happen, really. In terms of waiters' wages, I believe in New Jersey, waiters are paid way, way less. Like, of course, the minimum wage here is $15, but waiters get like $5 less of that for this huge ditch. Easy stuff. Here, minimum wage is 15 bucks. Waiters get tipped $10. Oh, well, not tipped. They get paid $10 an hour here. In New Jersey, they get paid even less than that. The rule that we have here is if we don't make enough money in tips in order to cover the minimum wage salary for the amount of hours worked, then we get compensated for that. In New Jersey, they don't. So that's another reason why New York is a little special. How the hell did they write that? Yeah, bikes don't have opposable thumbs. Look at these messages, man. They got all this stuff made by the middle public school. All right, let's check out the rest of these messages very quickly before we get ran over by a bike. This is interesting, look at this. Someday after mastering the winds, the waves, the tides, and gravity, we shall harness for God the energies of love, and then a second time in the history of the world, man will have discovered fire. Ooh, that's kind of fire. Who said that? Frenchman? Maybe he's from Haiti? I don't know. In the end, we will conserve only what we love. We will love only what we understand, and we will understand only what we are taught. Also, I think personal opinion that it's only when we start to love what we don't understand is when we sort of tap into the higher frequencies. But we're not gonna make this about like anything spiritual. We're just taking a look at a lot of the stuff on this bridge. Sombra del Piso here once again. What are we doing is we're gonna start heading into the jungle, the concrete jungle. Gentrification has reached its very powerful, long fingers onto this neighborhood, but not completely. We're going to check it out. We're going to do a little sightseeing, exploración, and bebiendo of agua, because I haven't had water in hours, which is testament to the semen retention journey, because you tend to not really need much, but it is comfortable to have those things. So let's keep going, shall we? Earlier today, we were at work for like an hour and change, basically an hour and a half, having to go over some beers, the new beers that we are going to receive from this brewery. We learned about the reason behind the name of the brewery. We learned about the beers. We learned about why a style of beer is a certain style of beer. It was such a time waster because after we learned all the important bits, the knowledgeable parts, the people that worked at the bar, the bartenders, started to go in a tirade of complaining about the various things that were wrong with the beer taps and a lot of the processes that they can't really change, right? That basically burned out like 30 minutes of our time. The servers didn't even need to be around to hear that. At least the one thing I did learn that I gleaned from that was problems with a restaurant are sort of prevalent in most restaurants. It's like the basic things a lot of the managers can't seem to get down pat. So. You there? What are you doing here? Oh, that's right, I placed you there. We're gonna keep doing some climbing, right? Not metaphorical climbing. We're gonna do some actual climbing because this whole place is on a freaking hill. Maybe there's a lot of non-gentrified restaurants that we can go into that's indicative of the culture that was originally here. Maybe not, but I'm sure with a little bit of searching in soul and external ecosystem searching, we are bound to find it. Let's carry forward. Let's go. Siri, move the gimbal. Doesn't work like that. We're not in 2030 yet. Let's go. I wonder what the servers gross in there in terms of tips. That quote, the antiquated line comes to mind, you know? It's, don't judge the book by its cover. Like the whole idea, a whole bunch of marketing goes into designing the cover of a book. So, to be judged. Right? Come on, you're confusing us. This world is just full of very, very confusing phrases. We are at Fort Washington. We're not gonna go to the same Dominican spot. Rather, we are going to find another spot to go to chill and hang out. We gotta do some reconnaissance work. You know, we gotta do some scouting. That's what we gotta do. Now the hill is working with us. You know what's funny? Either you work, actually it's not really, because you still have to put some resistance. You gotta sort of walk at a slant when you're walking downhill, lest you topple over. So you go up, there's problems. You go down, there's problems. The only way that's normal is sort of when you're on flat land. I always say you gotta get out the west, young men. Get out the west, right? But explore the places that you're in. I said this already. New York is a really interesting place. It has a lot of different pockets of personality, restaurants, cuisine, culture, but you just have to go out there and explore it. That's what it is. Look at this little duel. The cops won't stop them. Ride a motorcycle right now, man. I think are they gonna follow them? Oh, the cops are following them. That sucks. Sombra del Piso back. Once again, we changed batteries. We haven't gotten a little drink or anything to eat since we left the meeting. But we're gonna find that we're again lost in Washington Heights. We're again trying to find a place to just chill and relajar. So we're gonna do some exploring. we do know exactly where the last place we went to was, like, which was months ago. We're not gonna go there. We don't try to revisit places that have already been charted, right? We're gonna go to somewhere new. So stick with us. We're gonna get somewhere, we're gonna do some things, and we're gonna explore some new areas. So like, comment, subscribe, stay with us. Let's do it. I know that up there is La Casa de Mofongo. They're playing some good music over there. Maybe if we explore around, you see, I'm always trying to go to the familiar. Screw it, I didn't show you guys what it looked like outside, so we're gonna go by. We're not gonna go to La Casa de Mofongo, but we're gonna go around it. You have a calling, we have an answer. Join the Marines, join the Army. United Space Force, it's crazy. Well, there's all these theories bouncing around that us going to the moon was like a lie, or it was projected or something like that. But I don't think the Army would create a whole Space Force just for show, right? Put people on payroll for no reason. I don't know, that doesn't make sense to me, you know? So maybe that proves that space can exist. Maybe it proved that we have gone to, maybe the fact that maybe us going to the moon when we did wasn't real, right? Maybe it wasn't true. Just because, you know, we're in competition with Russia at the time, and we had to show out, or else we were gonna get, you know, embarrassed. So, oh, this is the one right next. What's going on? What up? What up?
Say what's up to New York.
Do you say your thing? Say your piece.
This is Staten Island to build it.
This is yours?
S1K. That's
okay.
mine.
Okay, here's yours. Which one?
Red one.
How many cc's?
That's a target? 1,000.
Somewhat.
It's going up, straight up.
Okay, how many cc's you got in this one?
1,000.
1,000. Okay, that makes noise.
You know what I'm saying?
Sheesh. I got this whole accident here. It's not anything crazy, but I fell off one of those.
Show the camera, let them know.
What happened?
I call that riding, bro.
Let's go.
You gotta go down and learn. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. To rise above. Yes, sir. You're absolutely right. It's good to meet you both. Yes, sir. Chemo. So my YouTube channel is Sombra del Piso. You know, so I just basically talk about men's health, men's mental health, my travels, because I went to South America, London, Portugal. I try to do it all.
Travel a lot too.
That's good. Where you been?
DR, Costa, Mexico. I did a lot of repeats.
Let's do it. You speak Spanish? ¿Hablas español?
Poquito.
Poquito. You know?
That's Linda. That's what we know. That's the ladies know.
Right, there it is. And they'll be like, oh, okay, papi. Yeah.
You know a little son.
Right.
That's
So
cool.
I try to just get like a little multicultural just with the channel, you know? So that's
So
that.
step back into the men's health.
Me, basically what I talk about on the channel is basically like celibacy. I try to advocate for celibacy, especially in young black males, just because the world's perception of us is already messed up. So I think if we can control that aspect of ourselves, like sexual control, then everything else comes along with it, you know? So I try to talk about that. Of course, listen. I know I lost you already. You like,
No.
listen.
You know what it is? I'm there as well. So I believe when you get married is when you're supposed to have.
There it is.
Because I'm Christian. But
Right.
My thing is, when you said, once you can control the sexuality and you being, I guess, a horn dog, how does that fall in line with everything else?
Everything else becomes better because that energy that you would use, I hate to get all metaphysical because like I explain it more in the channel, but the energy that you would use to, you know, have sex, fornicate, right? So I grew up Catholic and we read the same Bible. Okay. So the energy that we would use to fornicate, we transmit it to something else, skill acquisition. I learned Spanish in 2 years. That's nuts. I went to Mexico last year and I didn't have any problems. There was a girl, I went to Colombia the year prior. There was this girl I met from Mexico, from North Mexico, that lives in Mexico. She was in Colombia. I was out there for 2 months. So there it is. I learned a lot. So what happened was, she was like, oh, when you go to Mexico, you know, just stay with my parents and whatnot. So I went to go see them, right, when I was waiting for her to get out of her job. And it was 4 hours. There, you know, we had the whole cliche, traditional two couches in the living room.
Wow.
Father comes in, oh, it's good to meet you. Sits on the other side. Mother comes in, it's good to meet you. Sits with the father. Daughter comes in, it's good to meet you. Sits on the other side. It's just me on the other couch. There's like 4 or 5 people. And I'm just speaking to them in Spanish. They're interrogating me. Listen, where are you from? How do you know Spanish? Why do you want to talk to our daughter? How'd you even rent a car to drive up here? What's your job? All that stuff. And I feel like due to this practice, it helped me learn a lot in Spanish just to be able to communicate and converse. Because me, I like to connect with people. That's just my thing. So
You
it
do a hell of a lot of
helped.
connection with no sex. I'll tell you that.
There it is. I'm saying this just to touch up on before. You can still do your thing, right? But it's just you're not like me. I don't look at pornography. Like, that's my thing.
I don't either.
So I just try to like, I went back into a girl. Yo, what's good? Where you from? Oh, how about Spanish? Oh, you don't speak Spanish. You're from Shanghai. Oh, okay.
Right.
Tell me what that's like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just try I prefer that natural connection versus like, yo,
seaweed.
LOL. You know what I'm saying?
Can't do that. Like, nah, that shit is corny.
There it is. So that's what I'm about. So
Very nice to meet you, brother.
very nice to meet you as well. Yes, sir. Stay up. Thank you for that. Thank you for the good vibes for sure. Stay up. Peace. It's kind of wild talking about semen retention. You know, I feel like a lot of people are just not ready for that yet. But it's interesting that he was, he was a little in tune to that. So it was good to hear. Anyway, we passing by a barber shop. A caniceria, the Mayol family, Familia de Mayol. Interesting, there's a lot of stuff around here. We gotta find, I don't know, man. I want to try to dip somewhere. Is this St. Nicholas still? Let's just keep exploring. Hopefully we find something that we could do. The thing is, I feel like I've made this trip down here before. So, I think they're doing, what are they doing over there? Comida. Anyway, Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne. Long, the tall, the short of that game's plot is this. You are an individual. You were summoned to a hospital by your teacher. You get to the hospital. 2 of your best friends are also at this hospital. The teacher then says, listen, the end of the world is coming. It's called the conception. The conception is when the world is destroyed. Everyone in the world will die. But then only the people that have a good amount of Magatsuhi will survive. These people with Magatsuhi, which is like the spiritual energy, life force rather, if in high amounts, if they basically gather more Magatsuhi and ascend in the world, they have to basically go on the throne of the world and define their reason upon the entire world, causing a new world to emerge. Very, very powerful stuff. You become a demon because you are basically sequestered by Lucifer masquerading as a young boy that puts a demon in your mouth. And you become a half demon, half human. And then you basically act on behalf of Lucifer. And because you're a half demon, you're not allowed to have any reason. So that sucks. You gotta play the game to find out what happens. It's very difficult to get the true ending. YouTube. A little. All right, ¿cómo estás? ¿De dónde eres?
Venezuela.
Venezuela, ¿qué parte de Venezuela? Swati. I never heard of that. Yo solo sabía Caracas, Margarita, y hay otro lugar, pero yo olvido.
Puerto La Cruz.
Puerto La Cruz, sí, de La Cruz.
Yo soy de Puerto La Cruz.
Ah, qué bueno. Algún día yo quiero visitarlo.
Cerca Margarita.
Cerca Margarita, sí. Margarita es el lugar más seguro por turística, ¿sí? That's what I heard. Sí. ¿Cuántos años viviendo acá?
Voy por un año.
¿Solo un año? Ok. ¿Está bien aquí? ¿Sabes inglés también?
No.
Ah, aprendiendo, me imagino. Oh, placer conocerte. Chopped cheese deli. All right, maybe could I have a turkey sandwich? And you didn't read the sign outside? Only chopped cheese, my friend. Puro sabor. Ah, mexicano. Pure taste. It's like the real flavor of Mexico. I don't know if we in the mood for something spicy. I'm not sure. Ooh, let's go.